It won't affect everyone what's about to happen. But most people, well, what I mean is it won't affect, they won't get sucked in to something that will test them and they will fail. And I had this dream a long time ago. It was a nightmare. I don't dream much. Enlightened masters don't. But they'll get a message or something like that, or I did have a dream the other day, and it was just me working me out. That's what we know. It's like, well, what is it that I didn't understand about me? And then you have to work it out in the form of somebody else in your dream that comes up, and it could be, of course, anybody. It could show up as somebody, your friend or something, but really, it's you. So anyway, getting back to what I was trying to say. Okay, based on what's about to happen, the sun is going to conjunct Pluto here in a couple days. There's going to be a pivoting point. There's going to be a definite, because the sun is cruising along and there's a regenerator right here, a generator. It's just this transformer. It's like what I really love to think of it as. It is a transformer. It rules transformation. Whatever Pluto touches, it's going to destroy and reform it. The reformation is just, if there's any bit of truth there, it's going to be left standing and say, thank you for getting rid of all that bullshit. By the way, Pluto is God. So here comes the sun, and the sun is doing this once a year, and it'll tag Pluto once a year. So that's what's going to happen. One day it's just going to go 29 degrees Capricorn, and so it's a pivoting point. See, it's like the year we are starting out with 2024 here, but really, to tell you the truth, it's like, no, it's the year of the dragon. The new year starts in February. It's more like March when the official moon, the new moon of, say, Aries starts. That's the new year. Anyway, and we're still in that year, a year that hasn't closed yet. And before it closes, we're going to have the sun. See, we're cruising through this year. It's like, yay, and all of a sudden, whoop, pivot. Some kind of trippy thing could be announced. See, we anticipate, as astrologers and a lot of people, you should, whether it's the conjunction or not, the continued stress caused by, now they talk about solar flares and all this other stuff, and people are buying it. They're saying it happened once before, went on, all of our radios went out. It's like, well, don't you think that maybe somebody just turned off the radios? But I don't know. I mean, did they see something? Well, they did see something, and I don't know if it's a solar flare, but it's a collective sighting of meteors falling, and we don't know, like, who lost their marbles there. Literally, did you throw some marbles out and then a bunch of meteors came out? It's probably really easy to do that. Just throw a bunch of stuff out and trip out the humans down there. Anyway, how do you like sci-fi so far? We are still doing Venus and Sagittarius. I noticed it's like in there for a while. Thank God, while we're see, Venus is still saying, but what about the collective sighting of God in the air, or something like that, like something so high-minded, it's like the collective sighting of God in the air. Can you translate for that for us, for the children, please? Sure. Give me my glasses. I want to find out. I'm trying to talk to you about the transformation. It's more like metamorphosis of man. Well, no. Well, yeah, I see a metamorphosis because, okay, I'm keeping it light, babes. I'm keeping it really light. But there's going to be something so different. It could happen in a couple days here. You never know. You know how they announced the C-19 thing, and then it's like, how long is this going to last? Oh, it's still going. Now we see that they've gotten to a lot of people, and Babes, I don't know about you. I'm an ultra-sensitive person. I'm going to talk about this later. I talk about sci-fi. You know, I'm jumping ahead a bit. I have the Aquarius moon. It's like, I can't wait to talk about the deployment of the non-human faction through a really activation anyway, through vaccines and anyway, let's get back to, let's get to the lighter subject matter of what's about to happen. Well, let alone, you know, we do have the Sun conjunct Pluto, which I'm Plutonian, and by the way, I have Sun conjunct Pluto, born that way. Let alone that, babes. What I know of it, it's ego death. You know, okay, so this is what's the trippy thing is it's the vibration of Capricorn that the Sun will be in when it hits Pluto at 29 degrees. All of Capricorn just goes flash, fuck your memory. Go into Aquarius. And then Pluto goes, yeah. And then 1 day later, and some astrologers are saying it's exactly when, but I'm looking at that it's on the 20th. Sun hits that 29-degree last kiss of like, you know what, bitch, fuck you, and then ego death. I got Sun conjunct Pluto, 369, feeling fine. So then, now that's on the 20th when it hits. So then on the 21st, Sun moves into 0, which is like, is that a real degree? But it's at 0 degrees Aquarius. Pluto is still hanging back at 29 degrees, but the next day at 22, Sun hits 1 degree and Pluto clicks over into Aquarius. Happy new generation. Happy new awakening. Happy new activation for the Libra generation. And I hope that enough of us made it. The truth is, I can just about see it. I think that if I'm alive enough and I can see this pattern and I study this more and I'm, you know, just looking at it, I'll be able to know how they work this thing. I can see something, we don't know anything, but we're getting downloads. That's what Aquarius, the Aquarius age points at is sudden enlightenment. This is what's going to be very difficult. This is the same movie I'm with. I was trying to express to you. It's like, see, even though that the truth vibes are going to come in, and we're going to know, we're going to be like, see that. Let me try to explain this to the kids. It's like this. There's a lot, and now, did you get all the amounts of lots? Now, what I'm talking about is the truth. A lot of truth that has been denied and just, maybe, and stuff like this, you know, this age of, you're kidding me, why? Well, it's because the money-making age, right? I mean, Capricorn says, well, 2 plus 2 is 5, 2 plus 2 is 5, 2 plus 2 is 5. If it's not 2 plus 2 is 5, you don't get paid. If you don't get food, and you know, it's like, and pretty soon everybody's like, 2 plus 2 is 5, 2 plus 2 is 5, and counting their money. And then, but now, see, we all know, and any child knows, that 2 plus 2 is not 5, it's 4. So then, the thing about the clicking over to the Aquarius age is so many people have lived on the 2 plus 2 plus 5, and they're certain of it. Their entire, not just themselves, but their generations before them, has been doing 2 plus 2 is 5. Very dignified people, by the way. Imagine, they don't have to be either. They have children that are misfits, but they know 2 plus 2 is 5 also, and that's why they're doing so good. So now, but 2 plus 2 is 4 is going to dawn on people who are like, what the fuck? 2 plus 2 is 4. It's also going to dawn on the people that have been celebrating the 2 plus 2 is 5 thing. Nobody is going to have to fuck with them. It's going to be one day they're going to go, wait, fuck you, then it's still 2 plus 2 is 5. And it's like, shh, spray those people.